All right.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Talk About Live on Facebook, YouTube, podcast, Instagram. So now we've got a very special Christmas special all the way from Mexico City with a wonderful animated, full of energy and life of Miguel Eduardo. So he will tell us more about what's happening and in that part of the world while I'm podcasting here from Singapore in Asia. The weather is wonderful. It's 11:11 p.m. at night, close to 12 midnight, and it's Christmas 25th of December. This is Christmas of 2020. Wonderful. And, the weather is so wonderful. I'm trying to look like Christmassy, but I'm like sweating all over because the weather outside is so warm. It's tropical. You can actually at night bring your daughter, Miguel, and then
I
wear
will.
your shorts, your slippers, your t-shirt, and go out in the middle of the night. It's the tropical island throughout the year. You don't even have to invest in buying clothes.
Okay,
You can
well,
wear the
that,
same
that,
piece
that is
of
something
t-shirt.
awesome. I have a
Awesome.
lot
The,
of
the
clothes
same
for that.
shirt throughout 365 and the same pair of pants throughout the year. So, you
Oh
save a
God.
lot of
Oh my God.
money.
I will
No,
take
I'm,
that
I'm
one
not
for you.
I'm not kidding you. And listeners, I'm just telling you, I'm so happy to have Miguel here because he's so full of energy and he brings to me and the podcast full of joy and positive hope.
Thank you.
In the midst of the destruction of the world, we need someone like him to save us.
Well, not exactly to say, but okay,
Tell
let's put it
us,
this way.
talk to us.
Okay, we can have a better point of view. It's not like, oh my God, we're gonna go down. Oh my God, everything's gonna be so low. No, man, come on. We have to put a good face to these times. I mean, imagine this. If this is a real adversity time and we put our best face on it, imagine
Best
when
face.
we're out of the
Yeah,
pandemic. Oh my God, it's
yeah.
gonna be boom, pure energy right there, and it's gonna be we have to be joyful, not only because this is Christmas, because, well, let's put it this way. 2020 taught us something really big. We're alive.
Yes, we are
We're
alive.
alive. Simple as that. I mean, honestly, one of my biggest wishes throughout the pandemic was, please don't hit me COVID. Please don't hit me COVID. Please don't hit me COVID. Because I have a lot of things to do, man. I was like, okay. I still have this. I have to
Yeah.
visit my good friend in Singapore, Vicky, right there, man. I better resist and get my ass
You
out
better,
of
the
of the
world's
COVID.
waiting for
Let me
you,
tell you. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
No, but at the end of the day, I guess that considering everything that has happened in the year, I always thought that it is essential to keep up with the good energy. We have to keep up with, the joyful. Well, it's very complicated sometimes because of everything that you have seen in the news or on social media about. Oh my God, guess what happened? Oh my God, my. Do you remember the neighbor? Do you remember his uncle? Do you remember his daughter? Yes, yes, and
Yeah.
yes. Oh, guess what? He passed away from COVID 2 days ago. What?
No, I'm sorry to hear that. I know,
No,
I
yeah,
heard, I heard. I'm just telling you that 2020 isn't easy at all. And
no,
and the thing is that being a father like you with your kids, with your family, they hold that together. I think they
ooh,
are looking up to you with that hope. And sometimes it's for you, even like for me and my husband, is this glimmer of hope that we are hanging on to. Like we're just telling each other that, we're so glad to be alive and thank God he's
yeah,
protecting us. I mean, my God is protecting us. Your God is protecting you. So, we're in this together. We are in this
definitely,
together.
definitely.
Um,
I couldn't
and
agree
and
more.
and the thing is that Miguel, I have this epiphany, like this light bulb that lights up. All these people who passed. I've spoken to people. I've interviewed a lady. The husband died like in August, which is just like 3 months ago.
Well, a little bit more, but yeah, I
Yeah,
got you. I listened to that one. I heard that one. Believe me, that was when I learned when I learned that, it was like, oh my God, really? Like
yeah,
shocking
yeah,
fact.
yeah,
Sometimes
yeah,
it
yeah.
hits you in
And
the face like, oh wait.
yeah, it's
But
real.
we
It's
were
real.
talking recently. What the hell happened?
Yeah. know what? And because people are suffering and people suffered the, I mean, let me get this straight for the listeners and us who are alive.
Mm-hmm.
The people who passed off, they kept us alive. Get it? They kept us alive and they made the numbers,
Mm-hmm.
mathematically speaking. Therefore, we are alive. How grateful we are today, Miguel, because other people gave up their lives to make up the numbers so that we are kept safe for the other side of the numbers. I mean, you look at it mathematically, and this is what the scientists are talking about, the numbers,
Yeah,
right?
but
So,
those
I
are
mean,
facts.
for
That
that, I
that is a
mean,
fact.
and for that, let's give thanks and let's give, I just want to give you, Miguel, and your family the energy, the hope, and let's give you a round of applause.
Okay, there. That's it.
And you
That's
and your one,
it.
and you and your
Yeah.
wonderful family. And I saw your podcast yesterday, or it was just a few hours ago, that you celebrated the arrival of Christmas Eve, because this is now a Christmas on your side. I'm just wanting to tell you that I'm so thankful. I'm coming in today at
Mm-hmm.
the end of 2020 with full of thanks. With full of thanks, just to share with you, Miguel, with full of thanks in the face of destruction,
Yeah.
full of thanks because we can wake up with our arms and our legs and with our families, with a shelter, with some recycled food on the table.
Oh well, it is food. It counts as
It
long as we
is
can put
food,
it in the
right?
stomach. It counts.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
who
I was
cares?
telling my husband, I don't want to keep cleaning up and washing up and like cleaning and washing anymore. It's like I'm fed up.
Well, let me tell you something. Sometimes that is the recipe for success.
That's yes. Yeah,
Sometimes
and
it is.
so you know what? I'm so thankful for you to be here, and I'm so thankful that the listeners are here and the viewers are here. And I want to give all of you a shout out, the listeners, your families, and the viewers and people from Mexico, myself here in Singapore and Asia, and everyone who's tuning in or tuning in after. Thank God that He
Oh
kept
yeah,
us safe, and thank all these people who suffered, and
yeah.
thank all these people who actually left, and I believe they've gone home to the Lord. They've gone home to a better place than struggling
Yeah,
out on this earth, because this is a temporal place anyway, right? We are
yeah,
in a
yeah. Of
flash.
course.
We are just in a flash. We're just in a very physical world. So I just want to shout out to all the listeners and tell you that, hey, I'm grateful that you are alive, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm grateful that the listeners and the viewers are alive. And likewise, I think you should be thankful, and thankful that um, the community is there. Amidst
Oh
all
yeah.
this, the nightmare will be over, and we will all wake up to a better day when it happens.
We just have to be
When
patient.
it happens, okay, I have no idea when it's going to happen, but it
One
will
thing
happen.
I am sure it's gonna be it's gonna take a while, and I'm not saying that 2021 is gonna be exactly the same as this one, because okay, this is when the storm is hitting us, but we have to adapt ourselves. 2021 is gonna be precisely that year. At least that's what I think. And let's put it this way: when you see how it's like, for example, a boxing fight. You know, the first rounds, you're trading blows, you're punching each other, boom, 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 but you're learning the strategy of the guy that is in front of you, so you can have your own strategy and you can come back. You know, it's actually a lot of Mexican boxing here. In Mexico, box is a big deal. It's basically the second most popular sport here. And one of the main things that boxers tell you is, okay, the first 5 or 6 rounds, you're trying to figure things out.
Mm,
You
you're
know,
right.
but you are also wearing the other guy down. You have to get him exhausted to the point to say in the rounds 10, 11, and 12, dude, let's finish it up.
Finish it up.
Yeah, please. Let's get this over, man, because this is tiring. You're punching me in the lower part of the body and I can't breathe. And On the other side, you're okay. So you want to trade blows here on the body, boom, 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 uppercut, uppercut, boom, boom, and the left hook and the right hook, and all of a sudden, boom, boom, boom. On the last round, on the last seconds, he's not breathing. He's almost dizzy about all the punches, and here comes the combination, the combo, boom, boom, one and two, and he's down, and you're victorious, and you're like, I told you, punk. You just needed to be patient, baby. I needed to be patient, but eventually you were going down.
Eventually you will go down. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
And that's
I
what I
can, yeah,
think.
I can
That's what I
imagine
think is
your,
going to happen.
I can imagine your podcast is so full of energy. Now I know it's hard. That tell us in realistically what's happening down there. Tell us what you see in the
Oh
streets.
boy.
Tell us about the shops. Tell us about the jobs. Tell us about the schools. Tell us about the people, the community, the policies, everything. I mean, give it to us the truth. I mean, we don't want cover-ups because there's no fake
Okay.
news here. In our
There's
podcast,
no
it's
chance.
all about truth. It's all
Yeah.
about the truth. Yes, tell us. Give it to us.
Well, actually, I can say that there are two scenarios in Mexico. Actually, scenario number one, outside of Mexico City and the metropolitan area. Scenario number two, inside the metropolitan area and Mexico City. Probably, I guess I said this one the last time we talked in your show. In Mexico City, you have 40 or 50% of all the economic movement in our country. Therefore, it's very complicated to maintain everybody on quarantine because you have to go to work, you have to be productive, and that's one of the things that we everybody was debating. Okay, what do we do? What do we do? Because I have to go to work, and there's a lot of people in this city that says my job requires me to go out, so that is a problem, right? Because the government is saying, okay, uh, if you need to go out, at least take your precautions. There's a bunch of things. The vaccines are already arriving to the countries. Here in Mexico, we already received a batch. I don't remember exactly which is the pharmaceutical company that provided the vaccines, but they were coming. The first people that are going to receive it are the ones in the hospitals, because, well, in Mexico City, particularly in the metropolitan area, there is an oversaturation of hospitals treating COVID-19. And that's why the government in Mexico City decided to go on red alert again.
Tell us
And
about this overflowing of the in the hospitals.
yeah, let's put it this way. Um, all the government hospitals are prepared. They prepared a special area in every hospital. Every hospital. I'm talking about private hospitals, regionals, specialty hospitals. Everybody has assigned just as part, a little part of the hospital for COVID exclusively. Okay, well, the problem that they're having is that they can't receive any more patients
It's
because there's a
full.
lot of people out there. They're full, they're packed. There's no more capacity. There's some doctors in social media are asking people, please wear your goddamn mask. This is serious. We cannot attend any more people. We're poor. We're full.
Wow.
We're packed. I mean, but but like good Mexicans, because there's a bunch of Mexicans, and I'm sorry for the language that I'm going to use, but there's a bunch of Mexicans that they don't give a shit about what's going on. There's even a bunch of Mexicans that are saying that this is just a lie. The
It's
um
still after
the
12 months.
WHO is just making things up. It's just this new maneuver of the new world order because they want to control us, and inside the vaccines they're gonna put chips, so they're gonna control us and they know every single one of our moves. There's a bunch of people that actually thinks that in Mexico, and this
After
kind of
12
people,
months.
yeah,
After 12 months.
we call it here in Mexico the covidiotas because, well, it's a COVID slash idiot, kind of game word. And the kind of people that doesn't understand it because, well, oh my God, that is the only thing that I hate about my country. There's a lot of people that doesn't understand that this is serious.
Yeah,
Because of those people, the virus continues to spread in my country. And because of
I
that people,
understand.
the ones that are taking care of ourselves, the ones that are following the
It's not
procedures,
fair.
the ones that are doing the best we can to, forget about spreading the virus, not getting the virus ourselves. Believe me, my first focus is I need to stay away from that.
Yeah.
And I have to put my family away from that. So I have to do the best that I can. For example, going to the supermarket, if we take more than 30 minutes, we know that we are in a hurry because okay, we are outside too much. It's not like going outside, but you have to interact with people, yes or yes. I mean, uh, it's fascinating. A lot of activities have to do with human relations, and you have to see a human face to face sometimes to do something. On the supermarket, that's one of the things you have to do. For example, in my particular job, okay, I have to see people, but I can use Zoom calls or meetings in Facebook Messenger, Skype, or whatever, or Hangouts in Google or whatever you want. That's okay because, okay, I have a virtual platform that can help me to do my job. But there are other things that I have to do it face to face, and I have to go out. So take care of ourselves. You know, it's very simple to carry one of these.
Hand sanitizers.
The hand sanitizer, very simple. They're very cheap in the grocery store in your corner. Wear your mask. I mean, I have like 8 masks here in my house, in your house as well. Well, here a little interruption. When we say your house in Mexico, it's because you are welcome to come to my house anytime you want, so you can feel as if it is your house. But well, going back, I have like 8 or 9 masks.
Yeah.
If I have to go out on Monday, oh, this looks good on Monday. And according to my clothing, oh my God, this looks okay. This one looks great. Oh no, I have to wear this one because this one is better. No, I have to wear this one because it looks cool. It doesn't matter. The thing is, you have to wear something. And that's
Yeah.
what a lot of people is not getting. And that's why this is the part that I don't like. But Mexico is being blacklisted in many countries, and they are
Yeah.
not letting us in because of the situation. I mean, the government is doing what they can. Sometimes we can agree, sometimes we don't agree, because, well, it's government. It always happens. And
Yeah.
yes, I believe
Yeah.
the
Let, let,
situation
let,
here is not about politics. This is about the people. And there's a lot of
about the
people that
people,
are still,
exactly.
yes.
It's about keeping lives. It's about keeping lives. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people that doesn't get it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that don't get it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of frustrating sometimes because
Yeah, exactly. Because
you are doing the best you can.
you are trying to, you as a father, and you are being with your family, you need to keep them safe, and
Yeah,
they
of
will be
course.
safe if each one of you are safe, right? We are really talking about a very strange infectious phenomenon here. I mean,
Yeah,
your
of
life
course.
now belongs to your child, right?
Yeah,
The way you take care of yourself means this is the way you're going to take care of her, isn't it?
of course.
Yeah.
Of course. I mean, you're absolutely true about it.
Yeah, so it's like the way you take care of yourself means you're taking care of your family and the community and your neighbors and your friend. I mean, such a simple concept. It's like take care
Yes.
of
I mean,
yourself because you are taking care of your loved ones. So,
it's like,
anyways,
okay, dude.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
You said it yourself. Very
Let
simple.
me just add something to you,
Yeah,
Miguel.
yeah, 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 yeah.
I'm just going to immediately add this video onto my podcast and my Facebook. In Singapore, the police is still putting people in the court to charge them for social distancing and not wearing the mask.
That's what
So
they should do here.
yeah, they are doing that already. People, because the numbers are supposed to be 5 people in the group. If you're going out to see you're going out, you want to go out as a group, you want to meet your friends, or you want to have a social gathering, it must only be 5. So if anyone sees you more than 5 and they take a picture, the
You're
police will
right.
come after you, and you will be charged in court. You either
Oh
be
my God.
fined like thousands of dollars, or you be put in jail. So you know what?
You know what? It's very
You should
simple. They
really
should do that here.
propose this to the
They should
government.
do it here. They should do it here in my country.
They should
Mexico, especially Mexico City, they have taken too much time to do it.
too
Too
much
much
time.
time. I
Yeah,
mean,
you're right. You're right.
you
Because
can't believe how long it is.
tell me, what do you see in the shops Are the shops closing down? Closing down?
Well,
Are jobs being lost?
like like I said, it's a very it's a very weird situation here in Mexico because one thing is what is happening inside of Mexico City, and other completely different thing is what is happening outside of Mexico City.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh, let's put it this way: in Mexico City and the metropolitan area alone, there is 40 million people,
Wow.
and I guess it's just a small number. And my country overall has 140 million of people.
Yeah.
I kind of understand the problem we have in Mexico City because imagine that area has 40 million people alone. It's a
Yeah.
whole, I don't know, it's half of Singapore's geographic, making a geographic comparison. Half of Singapore is dealing with only 40 million, and you have the other 100
Yeah.
spread around the country. Outside of Mexico City, it's uh, a little less
Popul-
complicated.
yeah.
Why? Because there's less people to take care of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so social distancing is not exactly a huge problem. For example, in places like Guadalajara, Monterrey, Tijuana, Cancun, Veracruz, what other place? Querétaro, Acapulco.
Mm.
Uh, it's not exactly such a bigger deal because there's not a lot of people to deal with.
Yeah.
That's the first thing.
Yeah.
But in Mexico City, oh my God, you really, oh my God. That's the thing that kind of gets me a little frustrated. But, I try to keep everything up. We're talking about how, the commercial impact. Here in Mexico City, we're going back to the phase where you have to shut everything down. We had to go back to that phase
Is this
because,
called the second lockdown or the third lockdown?
no, it's just a second.
Second. It's the second wave, right? It's the second wave.
Yeah.
And the second wave is how many times worse than the first wave? During the springtime, before summer. How many times? It's actually higher, much higher.
No, I believe it's more like everything has been on lockdown
Yeah.
for,
For
I
such a long
guess,
time.
yes, I believe it was October when they say, okay, with precautions, we can start opening business little by little. For example,
Yeah.
restaurants,
Yeah.
they have to take care of social distancing, yes or
Yeah.
yes, or they were not allowed
Allowed.
to
Yeah.
open.
Yeah.
For example, malls,
Yeah.
their security people is all over you. The security guards are, hey, distance, hey,
Yeah.
where are your masks? They don't let you in without a mask. They take your temperature, they give you the sanitizer in the entrance. If they see someone that is, with higher temperature than usual, they don't let them in, and immediately they call the hospital. But like I said, this is some isolated efforts from a minority of the people, because once
Wow.
the once the lockdown was a little less strict, a little less,
Everybody
complicated,
just
everybody
everybody
just said, okay, we're back.
we're back to normal.
Yeah, but no, they said it, dude. And the government was very clear. There's a lot of things that must happen before we can say, okay, we're back to normal. And let's put it this way, even though there are vaccines in Mexico already, it doesn't mean that we are going to be back on track.
Yeah.
Because the vaccines that arrived here to Mexico, they were only 3,000. There's a bunch, there's 3,000, no, sorry, yes, 3,000 vaccines are not going to be enough for the population that is in the hospitals dealing with COVID. It's not going to be enough. Everybody knows it. But, well, at least we are
Thousand
thinking, or
or
at least
three
that's what I'm
million?
saying.
Did you say
Well,
three?
something
Yeah.
to start.
Did you say 3 million
No,
vaccines?
no, 3,000.
3,000 only.
Exactly.
That's
You,
not enough for anybody. That's not
let's put
even
it this
enough for
way.
a
The same
hospital.
reaction that you had,
I mean,
that's
you're
the
talking
one that I
about
had.
3,000. You're not even enough for the hospital nurses.
No, they're not enough for one hospital. You're talking, and we have hundreds of hospitals here dealing with this, and you're like, oh, come on, man.
Yeah,
Seriously?
we received the first million of vaccines. I think
You
2 days.
received 1 million.
Yeah, but it's going to be starting to vaccinate only at the end of January. So I think it's not being stored in some cold refrigerator. But um, I don't know anything about the safety of the vaccine. I mean, a lot of news is coming out. It's just crazy. So I think I'm not sure. I'm just gonna wait for God's telling me like
Yeah.
how this is gonna go. But it's too
Hey,
early to
being up
say.
there.
Yeah,
This is what it's. This is what it's.
yeah.
Hey, dude.
Please give
Hello.
us some news. It's too
Give us a
early.
little space, man.
Yeah, it's too early to say anything. It's too early to say anything.
Yeah, it's good. No, it's
Yeah, we don't
very
know
little time.
anything at all. So I mean, I think that the situation is, I mean, people like you and I, we're just hoping that things will turn around the corner. We are just
Yeah.
hoping that things will, like, go and then say, okay, that's better. Like, let's go to a better place. That we are really hoping that the scenery is going to be better, the place is going to be better. I think everyone is just hoping for that. So, at the end of 2020, like this is it really sounds like it's so hard for many countries in Europe. If you look at what's happening in the US, you look at what's
Mhm.
happening in the EU, it's so much, for example, EU is so much worse than the first time, this wave,
Imagine, and
because
those are first world
people,
countries.
yeah, because at first they were able to control it. We're talking about countries that were really strict, like Germany, just went all the way up. Okay. And then you talked about the US. It's just totally out of control. I
Oh my God.
mean, praise, I just want to, have got to protect humanity. It's a time whereby humanity is just in this together.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the numbers in the US. It's just staggering.
Yeah.
And
I believe what
yeah,
happened in the US is something a little different. It's more like uh the federal government not doing anything,
yeah,
or just putting it aside, like, it's not that big deal, we have
yeah,
other things to worry about. That's why Donald Trump didn't win the elections. He
yeah.
couldn't care less about COVID, and
Other
the
people's
numbers
lives.
just
Yeah,
skyrocket. I mean,
yeah, yeah,
how are you so blind about it? I mean, dude, countries that have here in Mexico, we put it this way: countries that have a way much better economy than us are closing in because they understand this is a big deal. I mean, they're the governments in the world are not going to shut everything down,
mm,
knowing that the economies will suffer the consequences unless there was a big reason to do so.
yeah, yeah,
Simple as that. They
yeah,
won't do it unless something really bad and really big happened. And guess what? It happened,
yeah.
dude. There's a virus coming out of some part of, I don't, honestly, they say China, but honestly, I'm not sure in this moment where
Yeah,
is it
but
from or
but, but,
whatever.
but
But
now is not the question. Now he's just really controlling and saving the people
exactly,
and not letting it go out of control. They the numbers in
definitely
the
not.
US, and it's just like they
And there's
lost
a
it.
lot of people
Yeah,
actually in the United States, taking care of this situation. They understand. They understand the same logic as I did, not because I am too smart, but dude, this is common sense. I mean, they wouldn't do this unless there's a there's really something that has to make you do it. That's why countries like, for example, in Europe, I was listening about Italy, I was listening about Spain,
yeah.
Portugal,
That
a
was
little bit
like
of
6 months
France.
ago, right?
Yes, and now they are going on a second wave, and
Yeah,
it's a bigger wave, which is like, okay, what happened? But
yeah,
okay, it's a virus at the end of the day. It evolves. It's not going to stay the same all the time. And the
yeah,
people that are developing the vaccines, they know about this. They know and they understand that the vaccine is going to evolve. Dude, at the end of the day, it's a living creature, very small, but it's a living creature that is creating a big mess in people.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and it's just that.
Okay,
I mean,
tell me
I
something
understand that.
concrete. Tell me something concrete. Do you know, within your understanding, Mexico City or Mexico, what are
Mhm.
the numbers that you are looking at? Of course, we can look at the numbers on the internet, but do you keep track of it? Do you know yourself?
Well, even if I don't want to, the news and social media, they're taking care of that right now. I mean,
Okay, sure. Yeah.
we're
So,
having this second wave, and the second wave is just
it's
awful.
just way, it's just way. Now, tell me, you're a father, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Okay, tell me, you're a father now. Now we go into a different role. Now you're a
Yep.
father now. You've got your girl, your child,
Yep.
and then you've got your family. How do you keep them together and keep their spirit high and make sure that things are, um, just like calm them down or encourage them? I mean, what are the things that you do? How do you carry your family through for this whole
Well,
2020?
one of the things that I have always believed is you can't hide the truth sometimes.
Okay.
Especially nowadays. My daughter has a cell phone with Wi-Fi, so by definition, she has access to all the information. It doesn't matter if it is real or not, but she has access to it. So hiding the truth is very stupid. So what I do first of all is okay. We have to understand one thing. The situation is like this. There's a massive spread of a pandemic going on right now. We have to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
How are we going to deal with it? Okay, as long as we keep each other safe and together, okay, we can do this. How do I do it? Very simple. My daughter doesn't go out unless it's necessary. Sometimes she says, dude, it's just, I have some goddamn stress. I mean, I haven't gone out in a week. Okay, we can go around the block, very short. If we have the chance, we call an Uber. We go to a park that is open, but we know that it's almost empty. So social distancing is not a problem there. There's a guy selling ice cream. There's this area of where this kids area in the parks where you can play and stuff. People is taking care of social distancing, at least where we are going. So well, okay, we have everything under control. Families, when we have the chance to visit someone, for example, yesterday on 24, we were having the Christmas Eve dinner in my with my dad, my brothers and stuff. And we say, okay, we're gonna go to one of my uncle's house. Okay, very good. The minute we arrive, my uncle tells us, okay, sanitizer. He has this special liquid, homemade. That it's like they spread all over you. They throw it
Wow.
all over your body. Hand sanitizer. They put it in your shoes. Okay, go to the restroom and wash your hands. Okay, wash your hands. And now, hey, what's up? How you doing, man? Hey, what's up? Hey, how's it going? What's
Fantastic.
work?
And
And that's what we have
I
to
should
do.
we should really have this out. Like, okay, the procedures, the standard procedures, right? A hand
Exactly.
sanitizer, spray the shoes, go
And
to the
they don't
toilet, wash
take
your
more
hands.
than one
After that,
minute.
then you say, hey,
They don't take more than 1 minute. It's so simple. I mean,
yeah,
it's very easy to do. People, do it for God's sake. It saves
yes,
lives. It's gonna keep you
fantastic,
safe. Use a goddamn sanitizer.
fantastic. Use the
That's it.
goddamn sanitizer. I should really like blast this out. It's like, okay, everybody listen to Miguel. Use the
Hey, I'm
goddamn hand sanitizers, please.
please, please,
Wash
I'm
your
begging
hands,
you,
please.
people. I'm kind of a little desperate here. Okay, I'm running out of ideas.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
that's exactly what they did in some of these countries. Can you imagine in Hong Kong, Taiwan, South Korea? They're so close to China where it first started, but they got it under control because
exactly.
the
That's the part that
people
I'm
were
really freaked out.
really, really, I should say, disciplined. And the thing is that they had this mentality, they had this mindset to do this because they know that there's a fight with the virus, and it doesn't take a bullet to kill a virus. It just takes hand sanitizers.
Exactly.
And it
It's
just
not you have to
it's not
sacrifice a lot
that
of
difficult.
things.
It just takes a mask to prevent, and it just takes sanitizers. And you don't need to, it's not necessary to have like to go into
A
such
lot
a
of crazy
situation.
stuff.
Yes,
Yes,
exactly.
it's very simple.
That's why
You can carry the
that's why the prevention part is better than the corrective part. It's too
exactly.
tough to correct. It's
Yeah,
rather to be preventive. And I also want to let Miguel know, and the listeners know that there is hope. And I also want to let Miguel know that, for the last 2 weeks, Singapore has got like zero case,
that's great.
positive case in the community.
That's great. Big shout
They
out to you
yeah
guys.
they only trace that to people who were coming in, because people who were coming in they came back from overseas. They were the students, the foreign students, they were the workers. They need to come back after like so many months of being kept outside the country. They have to start coming back. So they are the people who were tested positive, but they were quickly kept in the hospitals and in places that whereby they are quarantined. So within the community, within the circulation, it's actually zero. So I just want you to know that, I mean, and of course, the economy is trying to get back on its feet. The restaurants are starting to open. Schools are opening in January.
That's
Um,
great.
yeah, and shops are open, and people are going for Christmas celebrations in the shops. But there are just too many people, like what you say, just too many people going out. But we don't know the situation how it's going to be, because we don't want to be beaten again by the virus that they get ahead
Yeah,
of us. But I'm just wanting to let you know that, Miguel, um, it could be made under control. Um, I hope that day comes for all of us. But one day, all of us, for the whole world, will really get it under control, whereby we can really beat this,
yeah,
beat the
yeah,
situation, beat
yeah,
the
yeah.
virus, and say goodbye. But I do think that it will come. It's so hard to imagine. I have the truth is that I haven't gone out. I've only gone out like 4 times in
Oh
the
my God.
last 12 months. I've been in the house. My husband
Yeah,
goes to work every day. He works every day. But I told myself, it's very important to keep him, to keep the home, to keep myself as best as possible. That if it's not necessary for me to leave, I don't. And I don't need to. I mean,
exactly.
yeah, and my job is to keep myself safe because of him. He's the reason I need to keep myself safe. You get what I'm trying to say?
A
Yeah,
lot of
because
people
my
should think
life
exactly
is
the same way
his.
as you do. I mean,
Yeah, my life is his. And likewise, when he goes out, when he keeps himself safe, he knows his life is mine.
exactly.
Yeah. So I
That is a great thing. That is a great thing because you have like the same mindset. You know how important it is to take care of yourself and take care of of your beloved ones, and that is one of the coolest things. And that is one of the things. Oh my God! If people in my country, please, would just do it for God's sake.
you
It should
should
not
put
be
my
easy. We
You
said
know
it. It should
what? You
not
know what?
be
You should
easy.
you should put me in your podcast,
I
broadcast it
will.
out in Spain, and tell everyone how you wake up.
Hey,
You're
hey,
doing it.
dude.
You're doing it because your life does not belong to you. Your life belongs to your loved one, either your wife, your child, your mom, your dad. That's what your life belongs to. And
Exactly.
you take care of yourself because you want to take care of them. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean,
Exactly.
it's just like when you're it's just like the announcement in the plane, right? When they say when the plane is going down, what did they say? You put
Yes.
on your mask, your oxygen mask first, then you put on the oxygen mask of your child, because you got to take care of yourself, so then can you take care of the child.
Exactly. We don't have a better example than that.
Yeah,
Believe
and
me.
tell
Yeah.
us, how is your family, your girl. I mean, it seems that I saw her in the background. She's like jolly, and she's
Yes.
young people. They're very positive, right?
They're positive because even though they understand that this is a difficult situation, my daughter understands that it's not an easy moment to
yeah,
be,
yeah,
but she continues doing her own stuff.
yeah,
Okay, the only thing that is completely different, and therefore, and by definition, everything else, is school, because she has to continue doing school online, you
yeah.
know? Well, it's pretty obvious why.
How do you as a father, like, you heard that she say that, she says that, oh, I haven't gone out this week, I need to get out and all this. Does she go through frustration? Does your family, because you are in such a long time lockdown or isolation from normal living, just like a lot of us, does the frustration kind of like explode within the family, and how do you handle that?
I'm looking at her right now. I don't think there is frustration at all. No.
Oh,
Well,
great.
no. One of the things that I do, and I do a lot with my kid, is we talk a lot.
Yeah,
We talk about a lot of things
yeah,
because I really want to know what's going on inside of her head. Right now, she's in that part where her body is experiencing a bunch of changes
yeah.
according
At
to
her
her
age,
age
yeah,
and
yeah,
development and stuff. So it's a difficult moment. So
yeah.
conversation and communication is a must.
It's a must.
Not only this moment, but it has been all my life, all of her life.
Yeah.
She knows that I have been there. Yes, I am her dad, but I am this crazy guy that has a podcast about comic books, anime, and movies, and now a YouTube
Coolest
channel,
dad.
and now a YouTube channel about the same. And
The
she
coolest
doesn't
dad.
have any she doesn't have any brothers or sisters. We decided not to because of the economical situation here in Mexico. It's not very difficult, but it would be very hard for us
Yeah,
to say, okay, two kids.
yeah,
No, we're gonna stay with one.
yeah.
She tells me that sometimes she doesn't feel like she needs a brother or a sister because she has me and her mom. And she said, dude, you were very young when you had me. So there's not such a big difference.
Yeah,
It's not like, for example, when you have a kid of 35 years old, there is a big gap.
yeah.
There's a big difference of age, but I had her when I was 20. And I mean, oh, I
You're like
had
a
20
big
when I
brother.
was 20. Yeah, of course. I was 20 when I got her, and I was still learning things, and I had to learn things for other human beings. But I
Yeah,
still, I still do the things that I like.
so you're really just like a big brother. So
Exactly.
so during this period of a long term, you know, the, I just want to, how do you all, do you, okay, when you review 2020, how has your family grown? Have you grown? Have she grown? Is there any way that, certain things have changed, certain way of communication, certain way of relationship dynamics? Is there anything that has changed, or any revelation, anything that you look back? Yes, things have changed because of 2020.
Uh, Interesting question. I believe that the way we see things, that's the first thing we have to start with. The way we see things uh, made a complete turn, a 360 degrees turnaround completely.
Yeah.
But one of the things that I appreciate about the pandemic, because I have to appreciate something from the pandemic, is I got a
Yeah.
lot closer with my family. That's the only thing that I
Relationship.
appreciate the pandemic. I got a lot closer to my family. Um, I always thought and I always believe that if there is a bad situation and you don't learn the best from it, it was worth nothing. And I learned how to value the time. I learned how to value, or I learned to value actually the time with my family, the time for myself, because sometimes you need it, just to not to get crazy. You need to do some things on your own. learn how to cook, do exercise. I don't know, whatever,
Mm.
just whatever you feel, whatever you think, is do it.
Yeah.
With the pandemic, you don't have that excuse because you have time.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have a
Now,
lot of
yeah,
time at home.
yeah, yeah. Now that you we are in the end of 2020 and we're going to 2021. Um, what's your picture in your mind about 2021?
I guess. Um, oh, yeah, that's another interesting question.
You know, if
I
you can,
guess that we.
if you can answer that, you can help a lot of governments because I don't think
Yeah.
any government can have a picture. Everybody's saying we don't know what's happening and we don't know what's going to happen
Well,
because
let
they
me
don't
tell
want
you
to
my
hold.
part. Hey, governments,
They don't want
listen
to be
up.
held responsible about it.
I will tell you this. Hey, governments, listen up. This is your boy Miguel from right here in Mexico City speaking to you. So you better listen up, dude. Uh, putting
So
jokes
what's your
aside,
picture?
I guess.
What's your personal picture like?
I guess that uh, we have to adapt ourselves. Coronavirus is not going away because there are vaccines. No,
Mm,
it's not going away. I mean, it's here to stay. Unfortunately, we have to learn how to live with it. Okay. Eventually, it's going to happen exactly the same as, for example, this thing that happened almost 100 years ago in the beginning of 20th century. Fiebre amarilla, yellow fever. I don't remember the name of it,
the
but
Spanish
it was
flu, you
something
mean?
similar. It was something similar.
Okay.
You know, another pandemic that hit the world almost 100 years ago,
Mm,
and the disease is still out there. But we have learned how to control it and live with it and go on with our lives. And the population grew a lot in those years. So in this 2020 and 2021,
mm,
I believe that this is the first year that we have to adapt ourselves to this, and I'm going to quote this new reality. You know, new reality is,
mm,
dude, it's very simple. Take a hand sanitizer in your personal things whenever you go out. Take a mask just in case. If you have to go for whatever reason, go. That's okay. Do it.
mm.
But I I talk about this and I say this to a lot of people. We can do the things that we did before. We just have to take a little precaution. That's it.
Yeah, repeat about the hand sanitizer. Repeat that.
Very simple. Yeah,
I
very
want you to
simple.
shout it out. Shout it out.
Hand
Tell the world.
sanitizer. It's so easy. Please use the goddamn sanitizer. Just like that. I mean, like I said, where is it? Okay. If you have a purse, put it in your purse. Just as, for example, the cell phone, the wallet, the keys of your house, makeup, whatever you want, put it in. I mean, it's not.
Sanitizer. Yes.
I mean, look at
2020
my
is the
hand.
year.
My hand is not
2020.
too big, and
2020 is
it
the year
fits
of the
perfectly.
mask and hand sanitizers.
Also, where is my mask? Oh, for example, this is a mask, right? It's not bigger than a hand, and it can fit perfectly in a purse. Put it in. Very simple. God damn it. Or, okay, you have to go to a crowded place. Okay, I take out my mask. I put it in. I take out my sanitizer. I put it in my hands. Go to the market. Go to
Okay.
the mall. Go to the park. But wear your goddamn precautions, please. Please, I can't. I need
Thank
to get the
you.
hell out of here.
That's a wonderful message for us on the Christmas day. So now I'm actually at 12 a.m.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
it's exactly 12 a.m. So
Congratulations.
yeah,
Merry
it's 12
Christmas.
a.m. Yeah, no, it's already 26
Ah,
now.
yes, it's 26.
26. So you know what? Thank you so much, Miguel, for
I appreciate it.
this very special Christmas message. So if I were to review what 2020 is, I think there are a few, I should say, slogans. 2020, year of mask and hand
I would say
sanitizers.
another one.
Year of the mask.
I have other slogan there. I have other.
What's your slogan? What's your slogan?
It is
2020.
2020. A sucker punch to your nuts. It hurts,
What's that?
but you will get up.
Say that again. Say that again.
2020, the year. A sucker kick straight to your underpart. It hurts like hell. Believe me, it hurts. But you will get up.
Wow, thank you.
We will shake it off. We will shake it off. I guarantee you. We will shake it off. But it takes all of us.
Yeah.
It takes all of us.
So that could be.
So that could be my country. They had the same discipline that they had in yours.
Yeah.
Because if we do, we wouldn't be in this situation.
Yeah. You know why? You know why? Because in my mind, it's just like everybody. Let's get over it. Let all of us get disciplined so that we all can get over it as soon as possible. I mean, that's the bottom line. You know, that's the bottom line. If everybody can just cooperate and then let's just get this over and done with.
Exactly.
I mean, it needs the whole world. It really needs the whole world. You know, everybody just like, okay, on the 1st of January 2021, the whole world, okay, just the whole world, wear your mask, and then the whole world get tested. The governments get all the tests in the homes. Everyone just get this test in their homes on the 1st of January. And then on that one day, you know, these cases quarantine, and that's it. To me, it's just, you just need that. I mean, theoretically speaking, it can be done city to city, right?
Yes, of course it is. I mean, it's not a crazy thought. It's not something that, oh my God, how do you think it's going to happen?
Okay, get all this,
of course we can.
Get all these kids of testing this there, because nowadays there's so many different kind of tests. There's tests that you doesn't need to have this nose. There's tests that is much easy and faster that comes out in 15 minutes. You can do it on your home. You can do it by yourself. You can have someone, the father, to do it on the whole family. Just on one day, the whole world. If any governments are listening, please, on 1st of January 2021, 12 a.m., everyone in this whole world just get ready to be tested. Then you know who is negative, who is positive, and then segregate them. That's it.
God. Very tough call, but makes a lot of sense.
Makes a sense. Or that you just put on something. You just put on something, right?
Oh my God, you really want to go like World War II or something?
Yeah, I mean, someone is positive, negative, asymptomatic, or without symptoms, whatever. Then you just have a color, and then you can just segregate them, and so that those people are negative can live on their lives, they can open the shops, they can go to schools, everything. So just wait for these people to turn neutral to come back.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I don't know if the governments can want to do that. I mean, it does make a lot of sense, and I'm not the first person who thought of this. So
I don't think it has to be on the government. I think it has to be on the people.
Yeah, the people.
I always thought, and this is something that I personally strongly believe.
Yeah.
The less you depend on the government, the less you depend on the government, the bigger freedom that you're going to have to do things, and the bigger knowledge, and the bigger development. You know, there's a bunch of people here in Mexico that they depend on the government health and things that they just give away, you know, to help people.
I totally understand.
I totally
understand. What I mean is that if you have a system in place, it could be the government, it could be the NGO, it could be the doctors, it could be WHO. I mean, it could be any organization. Like just just have this segregation, and then just wait for them to be neutral, then come back, and then neutral and come back, and then the whole world is going to be okay. You know,
and clean everything at home.
Yeah, and just clean your
What?
house. That's it.
Exactly. One of the biggest ways to prevent the goddamn virus in your house. Clean your house.
Clean your house.
It's very easy.
Just clean
Sweep
your
the
house.
goddamn floor. Mop the walls.
Mop the walls, mop the
Do
floor,
everything. I mean,
everything.
it,
Yeah, thank you.
it's
I've
nothing
been
generic.
doing that. I've been doing that every day.
Oh my God, look at my hands. I cannot move my fingers because of all the things that I use.
Yeah, thank you, Miguel, for spending this Christmas special with us. And I really thank you and appreciate. And I love the way you're calling out to everyone to remind them that, you know, it is simple. It
Exactly.
takes it takes everyone to do this together. It is nothing so hard. Your hand
Exactly.
sanitizer and your mask and staying social distancing or just staying home as much as you can. Um, that's it. Just staying home
Exactly.
and going out only for essential travel. And then the world is going to be better. We really don't need a bullet to do this. And think about all the nurses and the doctors and who are out there.
They are doing a lot of hard
They
work.
are yes, yes. And I
You're
will just
listening to this, and I know you're listening to this. Big shout out to you guys, nurses, doctors. You are the real heroes here.
yeah, the
We're
real
the
heroes.
dumbasses
Yes,
that are
let's
not
give them a
understanding.
clap.
Yeah. Round of applause for them. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly, exactly. And that was
Yeah.
exactly what I text my friend. I said that when you think it's so difficult about wearing the mask when you're going to school to teach, because my friends are teachers, you say it's so hard to teach with the mask and all this. It's so frustrating. The students can't hear, they can't see me. I mean, it's like just think of how difficult it is for people who are fighting the battle in the front line
Exactly.
and to
They have to
keep
do it every
us
day.
safe, so that we are alive. So thank you,
Exactly.
Miguel. Is there any final
Thank you.
words you'd like to say for the next 30 seconds to wrap
Just
up?
thank you so much for your time. It's wonderful to be in your show. I'm really looking forward to go to Singapore. So the minute I can go out, you better wait for me, girl.
I'm gonna wait for you and your girl.
Exactly.
Yes, yes.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah, the world
We're
is
gonna
good.
be there.
I mean, by then the world, everyone is just like, I'm going out. I'm going out.
Finally, I can go somewhere else than the park.
Yeah, yeah, and make sure you come here. And you know why? You really need to come here to help the economy. Everyone should do something for the economy. Go and spend your money. Go to the shops. Go and travel. When this is over, I'm talking. No, not now, please, listeners. Not now. So
Yes.
when it's over, go out to help the shops.
Online stuff. There's a lot
Yeah,
of shops
online
already
stuff.
working online.
Go out
Hey,
there,
get in
and
there.
save the jobs. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Miguel.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Vic.
And at
Thank you so
any
much.
point in time, call me up. And then if you want to do another episode with me, I'm just so glad to have you. We need someone like
Oh,
you
believe me,
we need
it's a
someone
pleasure
like you
anytime.
in the internet world.
Anytime. Thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it. A big hello and big shout out to my people in Singapore right there. This is Miguel from PAM, El Podcast in Mexico City, from all over the world. We're going to be close together. We know it. We just
Put
have,
it
we
together.
have to be strong.
Okay, can you say something in Mexican
Okay,
language?
I will say this. Vamos a ayudarnos entre todos, mi gente. Sí se puede. Y desde aquí, desde México, con mucho cariño. Aquí está su amigo,
Thank you
Miguel Flores, el
so
Rudy,
much.
para todos ustedes. No, thank you.
Wow. That sounds like really intelligent. I can't make out of it, but
No,
that
I was
sounds
just
like
saying
really
hello.
intelligent.
I was just saying hello.
Well, that's a very long hello. Thank you so much. I really want to check out on you again 2021. Now let's do a few series together with you.
Okay. I'll be more than happy to do it. Thank you so much for your time.
I want to do a series with you about fatherhood, raising a
Oh,
daughter.
we're going to have fun. We're going to have fun, let me tell you.
Yeah, I'm going to have you on. Now, don't run away. Bye. All the best. Happy
Bye. Take care.
2021. Okay, bye.